Hey everyone, Viber here, or Brandon. I usually do not do these type of videos, like at all, rarely, so I'm not used to this. I'm usually playing goofy, really hysterical, weird, just wacky characters. But in this video, I am just plain old me, boring Brandon. No. Today I'll be talking about really what it was like making the show. And if you're new here, well, I have a show that I ran for nearly about 6 years. Half a decade, wow, of your life, half a decade into this cartoon. It's not just a cartoon to me, but it's many things. It's more than meets the eye kind of situation. I guess I'll just get right into it. The show came out. Well, the show officially came out on paper, on actual written page, not pencil, I mean digital, like an actual website, on June 14th, 2020. But I made the conception of the characters when I was only a little bitty, little itty bitty, little 12-year-old. I'm going on 19 now, as of recording, and I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna explain my journey, I guess, like what making the show was about, what it was like, and what I went through. I have a few points written down here because I'm terrible at improv. I'm only good at improv if I'm in character, but Brandon himself is, I don't know. I don't do that stuff. But, yeah, I mean, okay, well, June 14th, what I mean by that is, yeah, I came up with the conception way before that. I remember many times, like, just drawing. I always had their looks down. Their look. Here's the thing with Marlo and Steve. I recently finished the finale, and when I was drawing them for the last ever time, well, maybe, potentially, who knows, maybe I'll do something in the future. I do not know. But when I was drawing my boys, it was sad, it was melancholic, but I just realized, like, as I was drawing them, I kind of realized, you know, it was sort of like, oh, wow, it's consistency. I never changed them. There was never a color change. There was never, like, maybe the shirts, maybe the shirts changed. I don't know. Steve's outfit changed like one color. He used to have a brown shirt underneath, I think, or like gray. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now it was purple in the later seasons. I don't know. I just kind of, it was like maybe he just put it on canonically. I don't fucking know. Listen, man, okay? I can wear whatever the fuck I want. Alright, Steve, no one was fucking saying it. But, no. Yeah, the characters themselves, when I was recording, drawing the characters themselves, they were honestly always the same. I mean, obviously terrible drawings at first. I still don't know how to draw. By the way, if you haven't watched the show and you're listening to this or watching this, I just want to make myself clear that I am in no like clear frame of mind, okay? In no means necessary am I an animator. I'm not an animator. Yeah, I spent hours on frames. I've drawn, I've done this, I've done that. But there's a difference between grinding, just utter shit out, and actually having talent. Yes, it would take many years, as it did, to have something like I have. But to be an animator, I mean, it was a hobby, you know. I don't like go around and you know, oh, look at me, I'm an animator. I don't do that. That's not me. My art today. Like, obviously, hey, I'm not judging anyone who has done this. It's just, no, I'm actually making fun of myself if I did do this, And what I mean is when someone, or if I, again, me, not you, not anyone, but me, if Brandon went around and went like, oh, this art today that I drew, it just reminds me of that time in my life. I'm not like that, personally. Yes, I have done drawings that have reflected my real life. But no, it's not deep. It's not, my work has been deep, but only for the right reasons. I'm not deep to be deep. If that makes sense. Anyway, the first point I want to bring up anyway is, well, by the way, Marlo and Steve, the conception of them, they were made in like early 2020. So that's nearly 6 years ago now. It was around like March or April. And then I fully done an actual episode. Shitty one, but hey, it was, everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. Don't watch season 1. I'm just kidding. No, go watch it if you want. It's okay. I will be cringing though. Anyway, the first episode, I didn't know what, I was just improvising. I didn't have a script. I'll be honest. I didn't start scripting my episodes until season 2. Or no. Or a year later. That wasn't season 2 though. That was somewhere in season 1. Anyway, enough said. There's a lot of things to be said in this video, but I can't, it'll be like 4 hours long, and, I'm not that type of guy that speaks for that long. But the first point I want to bring up is you will get burned out. I'll be honest, okay, before I say this, and I don't want to ruin the show for anyone, if someone does want to watch the fucking thing, here's the thing. Season 5, at first, I was the same as I always am with Marlo and Steve, my beloved Marlo and Steve, my dairy boys, my my cartoon lads. I did get burned out in season 5 badly. There was times where I wasn't working on any episodes for like maybe 4 months at a time. Like completely silent. Like there would be times where I'd go onto my editor, my video editor, and I would just look back and it would actually tell me the date when I last opened the document of the editor of the episode, and it would be honestly like 3 or 4 months ago. Honestly, like, alright, so let me give you a timeline. This episode that again, it's not just burned out, it's also the production. First of all, even saying that sentence, it sounds so fancy. Oh, production. It's not a production, it's just me on my fucking computer doing shitty fucking frames. It's not much. It's just a guy doing what he loves. I don't spend barely any money on this show. There's low budget. Like the most I probably spent was this new computer I got, which was like 300 or something. Euro for me because I'm in Ireland. That's pretty much the extent. I don't buy these big editors. I don't cost much for these. I don't pay anyone. I don't pay voice actors. I don't know. It's just me and my actual brother who voiced some characters on this show. That's about it. But it's honest, and it's with love and care and actual substance. I'm not saying like that's not to say like, oh, if you're buying something that has no substance, it's all professional and plain. No, completely wrong. That's not my point at all. My point is, me, Brandon McCarthy, I can do something I love without putting any money into it. I know for some people that's different. I know some artists, they will get the best of editors, they'll even pay writers for in-universe cameos or just to write for them. And I have no problem with that. I don't I don't disagree with that. You do you, but I do it completely differently. But this is all not saying like I got burned out because of low budget. That's silly. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm actually saying is the care for something that you love. It will dim a bit. I will be honest. I'm not going to lie. But that's not all this. That's not also to say like your passion will drain. That's not gonna happen. That's not what human is. That's not what being human is like. Like even now, I don't have a passion to record this video, but the hobby or the interest part is, well, recording and kind of sort of letting my thoughts out over the years of the show, because I have a lot. But it's I guess my point is like you won't get the same sort of interest, or I don't know. I get lazy sometimes. I don't fucking know. Forget it, man. You get it. I get it. I think. I don't know. But anyway, the second point I wanted to bring up is you'll get your downs, but there will be ups. And what that means is, well, a lot of things. It's a whole kind of universe of things that I can't explain in one video. But I will say this. I'll start with this. The downs. Oh, they are very, very lows. I'll tell you that. But there will be ups, and those ups will be remarkable. You'll remember them for years to come. I've had high energy sometimes working on an episode. Nights where I'll just be like, holy fucking shit. I mean, this is something else. I mean, I'm working on my episode. I'll probably have some music. I've probably just ate a bunch of fucking junk food, probably. And I am having like a sugar rush, maybe. And everything is just fucking, high energy, yay, woohoo. But then the downs, well, that's a whole kind of other story. That kind of goes into personal life. And then other things like circumstances at the time of working on the episode. I mean, for instance, I guess, is like, I'll probably come out of an argument with someone in my personal life, and then it could be like a girlfriend or someone close to me, and I'll just be honest, sometimes it does affect the episode, but I believe that's like the most normal fucking human thing that possibly could ever happen. So yeah, there will be downs. So if someone came to me, if someone said, hey, Brandon, what's it like? What's it like to what? What's it like to work on? What's the journey like? What's these 6 years? What's these 6 years taught you? Well, a lot, for fucking starters. But also, the subject that matter, the ups and downs. The downs will be frightening, but the ups will be so much. The ups, they outweigh the downs. There will be a lot of downs, but those ups, man. And this isn't just going for a show. This is actually kind of life advice. Look, I'm not, hey, I'm in no position to be telling anyone their business, and by any means, especially at this age of nearly 19, I'm in no position to give anyone life advice. I'm still learning about life. I'm still doing a bunch of shit, especially at this age. So take this with I guess a grain of salt, but it's more than that, I guess. It's a sort of, just a suggestion. You don't have to fucking take this advice, but I'll be honest, the ups and downs, that goes for life itself. If you're really sad, I'm not gonna tell the generic stuff, even though the generic stuff is right. It does get better. You got to talk to someone close. We know this. We are aware of this. But in spite of all that, the downs, and this is kind of generic saying this, but this doesn't go just for a cartoon show. It goes for life itself. The downs will never last. I mean, one episode I'll be, just to put it into comparison to not just a cartoon, a show, and then to a life. It's kind of the same principle. And what I mean by that is, life, it has its downs. And this episode, it'll have its downs. But then the next episode will come along, just like life, and there will be ups. Major ups. I mean, I'll be honest, from the creator himself. I know this is not canonical, this is not like me confirming that this is the best episode ever out of the whole show and nothing can fucking beat it. It's just me personally, Brandon. He really likes it. Me. I'll be honest. Episode 6, Season 4. Absolute major up. I absolutely loved working on that episode. I don't know what happened. Mid-season through, I kind of had that cozy hangout vibe going on throughout the episodes anyway. So I think that may have caused it. I was very... During that time, nearly dates back to 3 years ago now, but... during that time I was very neutral in life. Nothing really going on, thank God. And to be honest, I like when things are not really going on, because when things are going on, that causes pain and a whole fucking bunch of universe things. And yeah, this show, it kind of, I think when you work on something so long, it becomes not your life, but it becomes a part of you. And when an episode isn't working out, that probably means something is going on in my life, or in universally in your life. That's not to say that the show is ruined, but it's also not it's also not to say like the episode will be perfect. You know, I don't know. Spilling my thoughts out, I guess. This other point that I wrote down is, do I regret it? No. But on paper, I probably should, because this show has taken days, if not months, out of my teenage life, where, again, this is kind of going off stereotypes, so you don't actually have to fucking follow it, but this show has taken months out of my life where I've, as a teenager, probably should be doing, I don't know, at like 15 or 14, I'd be just in my room animating, and I don't regret that, but on paper, you should probably regret it, only because I guess by that age, you're meant to be out with friends, or the generic stuff, like, you're meant to be called, set the world on fire, paint the town red, which is a good game, but it's just a saying. But no, I've had my memories in teenage life. I've done all the crazy stuff. I've had probably a very eventful teenage life, even outside the show. So no, I don't need to take. I don't need to take my show for granted. I don't need to take it away from my life because it'll get in the way. No, this show has never gotten in the way. So it'll never get in the way. But that's no, I don't regret it, and I don't think I ever will. It ran its course. That's how I view it. Oh well, Brandon, it took this away from your life. It took that. Honestly, what else would I be doing? I'd come back from school when I was like maybe early teens, and I'd just go back to Marlon and Steve as I always did, because I enjoyed it, I loved it, I had passion, I had creativity, I had all these worlds in my mind. I don't know, and I think when I now being this age, looking back, I don't if I met that version of me, I would go sail on. Fucking rock on, bud. Just like he fucking should, honestly. People may look down on that, but hey, you know, this is me. I don't care. This is my life. You know, I have the steering wheel. So yeah, no, like me talking like this maybe is a bit profound or it's a bit dramatic, because if you look at this video and then you actually go to the show, it's this like shitty MS Paint fucking Pivot Animator 5 animation thing. 2D animation, just walking around. It's nothing, but it's the principle of it. It's more than meets the eye, as I said previously. You know. Other point is what does these characters, what do they mean to me? Well, what I had in my mind is they're reflections of me. They're parts of me. I'm the tree and they're the branch. And what that means is, look, if you're gonna create a character, I do believe that character over time, if you develop them more and more, you will see parts of you in them inevitably, even subconsciously. And what I mean by that is, well, a lot of things. By the way, my points, they don't just have one meaning. Like, again, this video would be 4 hours fucking long if I fully kept going on. But again, I'm just not that person. I'm not gonna talk for that long. I can't do that. But it's just, I don't know. Where was I? I kind of got off track, to be honest. Basically, the reflection, fucking the wacky prick he is. Merlo has definite recognizable, if you knew me personally, recognizable features that if you saw, even my own mother, God rest her soul, she would say, oh, it sounds like you, it looks like you. I wasn't even aware of that when I was making it, but then you look back and go, I got that from myself. Or it could even branch into other people, you know? Like Steve, he reminds me of other people that I look up to, that I've met. But he's mostly me in the most neutral lights. He's me on a very boring work day on Monday morning at like 9 a.m. Or he's me on a Sunday evening with hot chocolate, just doing whatever. You know, that's Steve, you know. That's the side of me. Marlene, the female Marlo, if you watch the show, she's my patient side. She's my gentle side. She's me when I have somehow that day finally found a neutral line to walk on, where I'm calm, I'm not worried, I'm just neutral, I'm just in between, I'm gentle, I'm patient. I do believe that I'm a very patient person. I have had my moments where impatience has overlined my whole judgment or cloud of judgment. But that character that she is, I believe that she's a side of me. Same with, who else? Mike. He is me. Oh. He is me in, where is he me? Okay, he's my dominant side. He's my violent side. He's my masculine side. He's the side of me that overtakes a lot of the time. He's patient. He's another side of me that's patient. He's been patient a lot. Anyway, you get Jimmy Floyd. Fucking crazy bastard that he is. Jimmy fucking Floyd. He is me. Oh, he is me when I've had about maybe a Ben and Jerry's ice cream that day, and about maybe fucking 2 liters of BPM down me. The BPM energy drink. Or maybe about fucking 14 Coca-Colas. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't actually drink that much, but he's me like when the sugar is racing through my veins. That's him, you know, and when he comes out, that's yeah, absolutely. I've noticed with that character, I cannot voice him when I am crashing or just in a very neutral mode. I cannot. He just doesn't work. He's gonna be sleepy. Forgive me, that's my phone. But yeah, that's just like completely out of my ability to even act with, like, even be him. I can't be him when I'm in those modes. You know, like I don't. You know, so basically that point is just reflecting on like how these characters are versions of ourselves that are just us, but in different fonts, different lights, different ways, different little avenues, different little quirks. Our characters are us, but in just different personality ways, you know. Obviously, I'm not. Well, I'd hope so. Anyway, I'm not this fucking balding, suited up, bad vision with glasses. No offense, you know. No offense with people with actual glasses, but the guy, Jimmy Floyd, I'm not that guy. Like, I hope I don't ever look like that, personally. Hey, knock on wood. I'm not, with Mike, I'm not 6'5", I'm very average height. I don't have big, towering fucking muscles. I don't have boulder shoulders. Marlo, he kind of looks like me in certain lights. Steve, he kind of looks like me too, but I guess that's another subconscious kind of thing that I'm not aware of. I don't know. But that stuff, I don't know. It's just I mean in personality, essence, character, just them, you know, not physicality, you know. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna wear a big light blue t-shirt with like really, really bright blue, dark blue jeans, you know. I don't know. Stuff like that, you know. Anyway, the last point I wanted to bring up was low budget but made with love and care. Now, this one is kind of huge to me because I have seen a lot of people, and I'm not going to name names because I don't know what names to name, but it's one of those things where you remember them saying it, but you can't actually remember who said it or when they fucking said it. Excuse me, but I have seen some people. It kind of goes back to my point earlier, like how, I guess, like, sometimes, again, I'm not looking down on this at all, but me personally, Brandon, I don't need these, like, you know, monthly payment editors where you have to pay, where you either pay someone to edit your videos or you pay a program that is like a really good program every month, like maybe, what's it called? Adobe Editor, or I don't know, like Premiere Pro? Am I getting that right? Premiere Pro? Something like that. Those type of editors, I don't ever need it. I just use the same editor that I've always used, same animators. MS Paint is not an animating software. Although in its later versions it kind of looks like one with the layers. But I'll be honest, a critique, no offense to Windows, if any, I don't know why they would, but any developers are watching this, again, I don't know why they would. I gotta give you guys a critique. Your fucking program is so buggy, at least on my version. Maybe it's my computer, I don't know, but I don't know, man. Like, I was animating Marlon and Steve, the finale, like maybe a few months back. All I was doing was like, okay, here's the thing. Okay, this is gonna be hard to explain. Maybe I can show it. I don't know. When you, I erase. If I don't. Okay, this is gonna be really hard to explain. I don't know if I'm gonna be explaining this right. So forgive me if Brandon is just talking utter rubbish or garbage right now. But okay, I'm trying to visualize it in my mind. But actually, you try to okay, the viewer, you try to visualize this in your mind, because for the love of God, I hope I get this right, but in this new version, okay, let me give you a comparison. In the old version, I would use the fucking white color in MS Paint to erase something. Or maybe I would use the color that this is so hard to explain. I knew I would fail. God damn it, man. What the fuck? For fuck's... Okay, whatever. Just basically the technique that I used for erasing, it doesn't fucking work anymore. White is an actual color now. Again, no one's gonna get that, because unless you've animated ever in MS Paint, which a very, 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 very low percentage of the population has. 0.7% probably. I don't know. No one barely does. Obviously, I have my inspirations. I look up to some, like, obviously the biggest one is The Big Les Show from Jared Wright. Very talented. See, that's an actual animator. You know? He can actually draw. I trace, I get reference, I draw terribly. But again, it's with love and care, so that's all that matters, you know. If you're just doodling with like bullshit, you don't care just to get the episode out, then you're not. Although yes, I've had that. I'm not going to lie, I've had that, yeah. But that happens. But that's not the whole show. I've had love and care. Not to say Jared Wright hasn't. No, he has. My point was, oh god, I'm going off track. The point I guess I was making was like, okay, what I meant was like, going back to my original point really, because I feel like I've kind of sort of insulted some. It's okay if you want the budget for your project. Absolutely, that's completely fine. But me personally, Brandon, I don't need these big programs, these editors that I'll pay. I don't need any of that. I just do something that I really want to do. I've been working on this other project that is kind of serious and more grounded and less it's not a cartoon at all. Though Marlon and Steve it wasn't truly ever a cartoon. It was a series of, it was an episodic animated series. There you go. That's another way to explain a cartoon. Anyway, yeah, this other project that has been on this channel briefly, but it has its own kind of channel now. It has its own kind of universe. It's become its whole thing. This one, I would probably put budget into this one, but I don't need to, because my point here is low budget but made with love and care, and that's exactly what I think you need. Like, if you look, here's the thing. This is gonna get into controversial little hot takes here. So click off if you don't really want to hear this bullshit. But personally, I believe that some of the stuff that are on these big, I'm not gonna name any names because that's very, I don't know, almost petty. If like, oh, look at me, I'm better than each and every one of them. I'm not trying to say that, but personally, I see these big professional studios, and they'll put high budget into everything on screen. But what will they lack? Love and care. And it'll just be this white noise, just like so mundane 2D. It lacks substance, that's what. And I believe with Marlon and Steve, you have never and ever in the course of its run while it was on air. While it's on air, like it's a professional thing. Whoopsie-daisies. While it was on anyway, it never lacked substance. I believe that each and every episode, all 45 episodes, all 40, something like that. How much? Fuck. It was like 30 or 40s episode. All of those episodes made with absolute passion. Even the shitty ones. Yes, people, even the shitty ones. Even the ones that I cringe back at. I was excited about them. And if that means something, then adios, sail on, rock on, as I say. So yeah, like I personally, I don't need high budget. I just need passion and something to hook myself onto. There's always things that I'm finding with this new project. It's not even a project. It's just it's a creative. It's a what is it? It's a passion of mine. This new passion that this new world, this new universe that It's not animated. To be honest, I have no idea how I'm gonna execute it. I don't know how I'm gonna depict it. It's not gonna be on MS Paint anyway. Although that could change. Who knows? Maybe someday. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna get this out. I'll be honest, as of right now anyway, as of recording. But who knows, maybe I'll become a 3D animator in a few years. I'd say give me some money for that one though. I'm just kidding, no. Because like it takes so long, but hey, passion is kind of my currency in these worlds, to be honest. God, that sounds so profound. Passion is my currency. God. But it's true though. It's I believe that again, personally, I don't think you do need these fucking amazing animators, the top of notch, fucking with RTX, what's it called? Graphics, fucking visuals, HD, 4K. You don't need that to have fun. Maybe obviously it's subjective. What I'm talking about, everything I've said is subjective. Actually, quite frankly, this whole thing I've been talking about myself, really, because it's my thoughts. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I'll be off now. I don't ever talk for this long. I don't ever do this kind of stuff. I don't even publicly speak out. I have never done this. This is kind of the first time. So, hi, I'm Brandon. Hello, I am Brandon McCarthy. I made a show for about 6 years. I say about 6 years. It was nearly 6 years. We're like 4 months away. But anyway. Well, the concept is 6 years. The concept. The idea. Okay. Brandon better get off now. Brandon better be off. Thanks for listening if you've made it this far. I've been Brandon McCarthy, and making this show has been such a journey for me. I will probably never do something like this ever again. No, it wasn't a means of social experiment. Oh, look at me, I did this thing no, it was an actual hobby that I did for 6 years. It was an actual idea that I had passion to get out every single episode. Yes, I did get burned out sometimes, but that happens on projects. Yes, I had sacrifices that was made. That probably sounds a bit too heavy, like, oh, I made sacrifices that no one else will. It's not like that. It's sacrificing the reality that you should be in instead of this one. And what I mean by that is being 15 and being in your room alone, animating on a computer when you should be outside with your friends. That kind of sacrifice. But it is any Zero, people. Zero. No means of regret. I don't regret doing that. I explain it like I regret it, but I don't actually regret it. I liked being in that room animating. I liked being passionate about the next episode. Oh, I'll do this idea. I'll do that episode. I'll do that idea. I want to do this one. And I did it. I don't regret it. I never will. Maybe I'm probably putting on too heavy. Who knows? I don't know. What I do know is that I should end this video now. But yeah, I loved doing this personally. I loved this show. It had its, again, as I talked earlier, it had its downs, bad downs, depressive downs, doubtful downs. It had everything. It had a lot of things, but what it never had was lacking of substance. And I believe that to be true. Even when I bet someday, if I look back on making the show, I believe that I'll find myself as an adult, and well, I am an adult, well, young adult male, but when I'm an old adult male, like 40s if I do make it, please God, I do believe that I'll look back and go, well, that kid, he had passion, he had possessiveness of his own creative vision, he had a direction, he had ideas that he acted upon, and he went through with them, and that's personally how I view it, you know. At least now. Maybe I'll view it, maybe someday I'll come to regret it. Oh, that damn show. I don't know why I'm Southern, but I moved to South America. I'm just kidding. Alright. Anyway, it is freezing in Ireland, by the way. Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm Irish, by the way. I didn't mention that before. Yeah, I do mostly American stuff, but yeah, I'm Irish. I have lost my accent because of these bastards, though. Voicing this long, you know. Anyway, I'll see you later. That's about it. I'll see you. I'll thank you very much.